Hi guys! Today I was going to talk to you about my summer reads, but actually I think I really need to talk about this. What happens when a book reviewer leaves negative feedback on a book that they've read? Well, 98% of the time nothing happens. Either the author doesn't look at reviews at all, or they don't look at negative reviews, or they see the review and they go, hey look, that hurts, but you know what, this book was never going to be for everyone, you're entitled to your honest opinion, that's fine, and everybody moves on. However, 2% of the time, that doesn't happen. It all goes a bit scary and twisty and horrible. Take, for example, Kathleen Hale. Kathleen Hale got a negative review on Goodreads. She then actively stalked the reviewer online, used underhand methods to get hold of the girl's address, and stalked her to where she lived, where she then sat outside her house for 2 hours contemplating all the things she could do. Following that, she then wrote an article about how hilarious this was that she'd done that for a major newspaper, which is terrifying. Then, of course, we've got the author whose name hasn't been released due to an ongoing investigation, who got a negative review, got on a train from London to Scotland, tracked the girl down who'd left the review to her place of work, and hit her over the head with a glass bottle, knocking her unconscious and then fleeing the scene. It's a bit terrifying, really, that people think that this is okay, that they can take matters into their own hands about negative feedback like this. Everyone is entitled to their own opinion. And then this week we have Dylan Sicosio. I think that's how you say his name, not 100% sure. He wrote The Tale of Honora. The first book is called The Boy and the Peddler of Death. It's self-published, he mostly had 4 and 5 star reviews. In fact, he only had 4 and 5 star reviews, which is a little bit suspicious in itself because everyone who uses Goodreads knows that you always get a range of ratings for any book. Also, all the reviews that had been left were started by saying, I was sent a copy of this by the author, so it's a little bit suspect already. Then, about 3-4 days ago, a reviewer left a 1-star review explaining that she didn't get on with the book. It wasn't her cup of tea, it was a bit pretentious, it wasn't particularly well written. Fine, fair enough, moving on. The author then commented, this is always a dangerous game, the author then commented on the review saying that she was destroying his financial possibility of making money off the book. Where on earth had she heard about the book, because only people who were in contact with him had read it and he'd never spoken to her, and to take the review down immediately. She commented back and said, look, I'm entitled to my honest opinion. You can't police Goodreads reviews. I'm not going to take it down, but I'm happy to edit it to explain further and in greater detail what didn't work for me and why I didn't like it. What follows is an 800 post long comment fest, which is an absolute train wreck, actually. I've included a link down below in case you want to while away the afternoon looking at that. It follows the author basically having a complete breakdown and saying that people who give 1-star reviews are evil and immoral and awful people, and he just loses it, actually. There's a lot of other people joining in going, hey look, this girl is perfectly entitled to her own opinion, back off, and it all goes a bit crazy. Following that, there have been over 400 1-star reviews on this guy's book. A lot of these are people who have seen the catastrophe of this comments bazaar, and they've gone, I'm going to read this book and see if it's just as bad as it's made out to be. They've read it and they've gone, yeah, actually it is. A lot of these people, they're actually people that haven't read it and are just giving it 1 star because of this guy's response to the one negative review. It's a bit scary, really. I fully support giving 1-star reviews when it's warranted and you have read the book and you think that this book was not great. However, just giving a 1-star review on a book because the author has been terrible is a bit scary. I understand the frustration and the need to go, hey look, this guy has not behaved in an appropriate fashion, but it's not particularly cool to then take that out and knock the rating down so far. I'm still feeling a little bit about how that's been handled. It happens quite a bit. As soon as an author does something awful, their Goodreads ratings goes down. Take, for example, Anthony McGowan, his tweets about book bloggers. His Goodreads ratings went down after that. So I'm a little bit iffy about that side of it. I want to talk about the other side of it, the people who have actually read the book and gone, hey look, this isn't great, I'm going to give a 1-star review. I personally am very honest about what I review. I always give an honest opinion and an honest rating. I am never swayed by what I feel I should give to save someone's feelings. If I think a book was bad, I will rate it accordingly. However, I try and do 3 things. I give it an honest rating. I try and talk about anything that was positive about it, and I always try and give constructive criticism and feedback as to what I thought didn't work and why, rather than just saying, this book was pants, don't read it. So I try and be very constructive in my 1-star reviews, but it's very scary for someone who is honest about their reviews and what they think about books to have this happen to other book reviewers. Every time something big happens, it makes me take a step back and go, do I really want to keep doing this? Well, the answer is yes, because I love what I do. I love reviewing books. I love talking to people about books. The whole community is fantastic. It's just a bit scary when that tiny percentage decides to take matters into their own hands and go a little bit skits. So it does make you wonder a little bit about some people. And it does make you wonder whether it's really okay to keep doing this. I don't particularly want someone showing up at my door just because I gave an honest review of a 1-star rating. So I just wanted to talk about that. I wanted to raise it up for discussion. Do you guys feel comfortable giving negative feedback? Are you swayed at all by authors who are a bit terrifying in their policing of their reviews? And have you had anything like this happen to you, where an author has come after you, either in real life or online, about a review? I want your opinions about 1-star reviews and authors' responses to them. Because it's a bit scary, really, that they feel that this is okay to do that. And I know that this is a tiny percentage of authors. Most authors are lovely and have huge amounts of grace and tact and don't launch themselves into things like this. So, give me your opinions, give me your feedback, tweet us at Bookish Brits on Twitter, and just join in the conversation. I want to hear from you guys. 1-star reviews, author responses to them, and how you feel about all of that.